Hi, this is Mad Jen with Mad as Heck, Moms and Dads Associated Society, helping to educate conservative constitutionalists. Thanks for watching. Please like my video if you like what you see, and please share. Today I'm going to be talking about an article in the publication Before It's News, and the article was written by Free Will Offering. It was published today, and the title is "Stunning Pictures: Obama Admin Has CIA and FBI Pushing Gay Agenda. DOJ Issues Gay Pride Logo." I don't understand why it is that our government has to keep pushing this gay agenda. Why? Why? What is beneficial to our society for pushing the gay agenda? And while they're pushing the gay agenda, they attack the pro-family groups. Now, the Department of Justice is encouraging gay activists to report hate crimes. You know what hate crime is? A hate crime is something that the government has come up with to silence anybody who goes against their agenda. And their agenda right now apparently is the homosexual agenda. Now, why? We ask ourselves, why is it that our government would promote homosexuality? Is it because homosexuals are really actually victims? No. No, homosexuals are certainly not victims. Yes, homosexuals may have been maybe ridiculed in school, or they may this or that, but you know what? So do fat kids. So do kids whose parents make them wear really bad clothes. Everybody suffers ridicule, especially when you go against the norm. And homosexuality goes against the norm because it's not normal in nature. It does occur in nature, but it's not normal in nature for homosexuality to exist. It is a deviation. And up until a couple decades ago, homosexuality was actually considered a perversion. And let's look at the definition of perversion. Perversion is the alteration of something from its original course, meaning, or state to a distortion. Oh, sorry, let me read that a little better. The alteration of something from its original course, meaning, or state to a distortion or corruption of what was first intended. So it is a distortion and corruption from the original course of what's normal. And what's normal is not homosexuality. Okay, now, once again, we go back to the idea of these hate crimes that the Department of Justice is encouraging people to report, which is, once again, just a way to silence those who may say, I believe that homosexuality is a sin. Now, all of a sudden, I've committed a hate crime. Yeah, kids have been expelled from school from saying that they believe homosexuality is a sin. Well, I believe murder is a sin, and I believe I can't come up with anything else because I'm so focused on this homosexuality thing. Murder is a sin. Stealing is a sin. So are we going to start normalizing these things now too and calling it a hate crime for me to call a murderer a sinner? Or to believe that a murderer is a sinner? Folks, I'm really fed up with this. You know, just because somebody has a lifestyle that I don't like or that I don't appreciate doesn't necessarily mean I hate that person. And this is what liberals do all the time. Just because you disagree with them, oh, you must hate them. Well, you know what? That's what liberals do. Okay, I've known a whole hell of a lot of liberals in my life, and if you disagree with them, they are mean and ugly and nasty towards you, and they are hateful towards you. They can't have a very calm, normal discord or conversation about things. They have to be ugly, and they have to be insulting. I'm sorry, folks, that's called hate. That is called hate. I don't hate gay people, but what I do hate are the gay activists that try to push their homosexuality onto society. And you know what? When something's not normal in a society, it's a deviation, and it's not good for society. I have a friend who has both Asperger's syndrome and bipolar. She understands that she has these disorders. She understands that they are disorders and that they must be treated and taken care of. She understands the issues that society would face if she wasn't treated for her disorders and if anyone else with these disorders was not treated. It's the same thing that's going to be happening, or that happens in our society, when we don't treat homosexuals for their disorder. Does that mean that they have to be medicated or that they have to go to insane asylums or anything like that? No, but they should be talking to somebody, and because the suicide rate for homosexuals is like way higher than the suicide rate for non-homosexual teens. What's going on with our teens these days? They are being bombarded by this homosexual agenda, by a whole bunch of other crap. And the last thing they need to worry about, they need to be told, is that it's okay, explore these feelings. Okay, maybe they should explore these things when they're older and they're more mature, because you know what? The teen bodies may be a little bit mature, but their brains are not. And that's why teens are easily manipulated, and that's why it's so easy to talk them into believing that they're gay. Why don't we wait until their brains are fully matured before we start trying to indoctrinate them into believing something that may not be true? And then it's going to lead them into a lifestyle that's going to cause great levels of depression. It's going to cause, most of the time, there are deviant lifestyles where they're doing dangerous things, including drug use, including unsafe sexual practices, and a whole slew of other things. This, folks, is why people like me fight for the family, so that moms and dads can influence their children and have the right to influence their children and be the ones to give them guidance in life. You know, liberals are all about diversity until it comes to marriage. They seem to think that it's great. In society, we need a diverse society. But when we're raising our kids, it's not exactly important to raise them with diversity. Okay, it's not important that a child be raised with a mother and a father so that the mother can guide their spirituality and show and teach them how to deal with emotions. And so the father can teach the child strength and courage and honor. No. The next thing they're going to say is, what, you think two women can't do that? I don't think they're going to be able to do it quite as well as a man and a woman working together. It's diversity. You liberals are all about diversity. Why is it that you're not about diversity when it comes to raising our kids? Why? Why is it that, and yes, I'm talking about homosexual marriage. I'm talking about the gays raising kids and the gay activists pushing their agenda onto our kids. Yes, I'm against that, and I'm all okay to say it out loud and say it strong and say it proud. I'm against the homosexual agenda. I do not hate gay people because I do not have hate in my heart, but I do despise the fact that they are targeting kids. Go look at Massachusetts. What's happening in Romney's Massachusetts? Religious freedom because of the gay agenda is being taken away because pastors can't refuse to marry gays because it's against their religion. They're teaching the homosexual agenda in our schools. They're giving their kids books to read that talk about having two fathers and two mothers. Why do we have to teach these things to our kids? They get it enough as it is in society and in our colleges and in our movies, and every dang TV show anymore has a gay person in it. It's okay to promote acceptance of a person and teach our kids not to ridicule people. But it's not okay to teach them that they have to accept every deviant behavior. I didn't even get into the communist aspect, and we're already at 8.5 minutes. Objective number 26 of the communist 50 objectives is to promote homosexuality, sexual promiscuity as normal. They want to normalize it because they know that when you promote these things, it breaks down a society. And it degrades a society, and it makes it so that people are easier to manipulate because they now have nothing that they're going to be passionate about and stand for. They have nothing to stand for anymore. So that's my rant for today. I'm pretty aggravated by this whole thing. I'm tired of being told that I have to accept somebody's deviant behavior. I don't have to accept it. Doesn't mean that I'm going to go out and I'm going to be mean and cruel to these people like they are to us. You know, whenever we say we support the family and traditional marriage, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to accept it. I refuse to accept it. I'm not going to ever accept it. And my children are going to be taught that they also do not have to accept it. I catch them being cruel to somebody, they're going to get their little butts beat. But they don't have to accept the liberal, homosexual, activist agenda. Long live the Republic.